Okay, so carrying on with little jobs. These are the rudder pintles. I think the last time I talked about the rudder, I mentioned a block of wood as being the pintles, but I think these are the pintles. So I'm going to have to start a corrections channel because I realised that in the very first video I managed to say cabin about 3 times when I was talking about the cockpit. Anyway, a new rule for the rules list. When you take something off, if it's fixed on by fastenings, put them back into it. Don't separate the two. It's really that simple. You may not keep the originals, but these ones look relatively all right, so should clean up okay. But if you don't keep them and you need to replace them, then at least you've got the originals and you know what you need to replace them with. So today's little job is to see if we can tidy up these a bit. They're solid enough, but they're pretty rusty. So I have bought somewhere a bottle of something. Right, so I found it. It's this stuff. It was £8 for a litre bottle, and promises to remove calcium, lime and rust stains. Whether that means actual rust or not, I don't know. But for £8, it's worth giving it a shot. So what we're going to do is just chuck it into this plastic bucket, hot thing, enough to cover these 2 pieces. I've probably used about 1/5 there, and then we'll unscrew these, all being well. As you can see, stuff is fizzing away quite nicely, and according to the instructions, I should have been wearing gloves, obviously, and wearing eye protection. B, well, it says mix it with warm water, but I should have read the instructions first, I suppose. Anyway, it seems to be doing something, so I'm going to pop the top on, give it a bit of a shush around, leave it for about, well, I'll crack the top just in case it decides to explode, and then leave it for about half an hour, and we'll see what we're looking like. And back to the magic liquid. Well, the nuts and bolts are nice and shiny, but they weren't really what we were aiming to achieve. This top one doesn't look massively different, but I think it might be getting there, you know? Whereas the other one, if I can fish it out, quite literally, in here somewhere. This makes for great TV. Now that has come up almost perfectly. A few little bits and bobs. It's gone inside as well, obviously. And I think what's on there, and yes, I probably should be wearing gloves. So I'm going to leave that on for a bit because it still seems to be fizzing away. Right, so time to get these out and see how they're looking. I've been in there probably 6 hours or so now, and I would say they're looking pretty good. Just get these fixings out and then try them off and we'll take a closer look. Again, I probably should be wearing gloves. I'm going to leave that to one side for the moat and see where we are. So this one has definitely come out very well indeed. It's tidied up pretty nicely. There's a few bits on it, I'm not sure if you can see. There's a few bits on it that aren't great, but overall that is fantastic. This, see, a lot of that might come off with a bit more persuasion from a sander. And then the nuts and bolts are looking pretty decent too. So I'm just going to give these a little once over. And the wood itself, if I bring it over, has turned out really quite nicely. I'm pleased with that. I didn't make a note of which is top and which is bottom, but I don't think it really matters anymore. Just catch a couple of bits that look to have been missed. And yeah, so at least for the time being, I'll just pop it back together, and as long as everything's in the right place, it doesn't really matter if it's the wrong way up. And there we go. One little job ticked off the list.